The month of July has officially begun, and for WWE, Night of Champions is over. The card is set. The predictions are completed, and the recap begins now. But as you guys can see on the left, this is a very special broadcast. Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Falls Count Anywhere on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. Erik Dunn from Bridgewater, Mass. This is episode 100. The 100th broadcast of this program. It's been just over 2 years now. And I'll give you guys my journey at the very end. But since we have a lot of people to thank for, where this show could go on to, we're going to get into that right now. Every Wednesday at 5, I am live on the following. I am live on YouTube, Kick, and Rumble. So kind of remember that. As in Royal Rumble, Rumble. YouTube, Kick, and Rumble at where I'm broadcasting, and then also on Twitch at RI_broadcasting. So those four platforms, I am live at 5. And then afterwards, if you are looking for it afterwards, it is on U42 and the one that was like an astronaut. I believe that's Space Guy, something like that. Sorry, sorry. Odyssey. Oh, oh my God, Odyssey. How did I not know about that one? That was the platform for Red Sox baseball before Odyssey took that over. No, oh no, sorry. Odyssey and Odyssey are two different spellings. And then you can also see us on MeWe, TikTok, Patreon, and Space Guy. I believe I said that one right. The one that has a piece there. The one that kind of looks like a chess piece. Space Head. Okay, so I was called Space Head. So U42 Odyssey at our broadcasting, and then also at our broadcasting, um, Space Head, Blue Sky, MeWe, TikTok, and Patreon, where we can help support this show going on daily and Sports Unfolded. And then you can also find us as well on Red Circle, Spotify, and TuneIn podcasts at RI Broadcasting. So live on YouTube, Kick, Rumble, and and Twitch. That is live every Wednesday at 5. It is then podcasted up later on Red Circle, Spotify, and TuneIn. And then you can also help find us on U42, Odyssey, Space Hay, Blue Sky, MeWe, TikTok, and Patreon. This broadcast of FCA Falls Count Anywhere is the exclusive property of Erik Dunn Productions and Rhode Island Broadcasting alongside Ron Rego for the use of our audience, and any publication, reuse, or redistribution by anyone is not prohibited and is given the express consent to be shared everywhere and is greatly appreciated. So, let's dive in, shall we? Going down the line here, let's actually begin with so Night Champions is what we're obviously going to start with, obviously. But I also kind of have to give you guys a little something on some of the interesting predictions that I found from veteran NFL writer and Pat McAfee show correspondent Mark Kolobi. He gave us predictions on Night Champions. So going in order from the main event all the way down the card, he predicted John Cena would win, Jay Cargill would win, Cody would win, Jacob Fatu would win, Raquel would win, and Klaus would win. Well, I think he got half of those wrong because for me, Ron, I think you and I did pretty well. But let's find out. Going from the top to the bottom, and I believe I said this because it just made sense. Cody defeated Randy to be king of the ring, and I believe that is the one I did get right on that one. Yep. So I believe I got Cody right because of what will happen at the end. Ron, did you say Cody too? All right. So we're both 1-0. These two had an amazing fight. Cody dialed up the torture on the Viper's back. So you guys also know that when Randy was going through the crap he was going through, he had double fusion back surgery that almost ended his career. It should have actually, but it didn't. Um, he targeted Orton's bullseye of pain. Orton then hit a superplex that Cody that left the Viper reeling. Cody hit two cutters, including an avalanche one, but the Legend Killer did not quit. An RKO pulled out of nowhere from Orton did not put away Rose. Viper was ready to strike with a punch, but hesitated enough for the American Nightmare to counter with a figure four. Cody went for a Cody cut, but then Randy had countered with an RKO that should have ended it. Randy went for a chair and refused to the referee as he took the turnbuckle off while the official got the chair out of the ring. It backfired for the Viper. Cody sent Randy into the exposed steel, hit Crossroads, and he is now king of the ring. Did that not seem signs of a heel turn in a way? But let me know your thoughts about that afterwards with this. And then, Ron, I did get you on this one. And you do have to admit, I did get you. Rhea defeated Raquel in a street fight. You picked Raquel, I picked Rhea. Is that accurate? All right. So 2-0 to 1-1. Rhea went through a lot of outside interference thanks to Roxanne Perez. But Ripley hit a massive riptide on top of a table that precariously hung on from the top rope to win the street fight. Rhea has been on fire, 100%. She has just been on a dominating role, which will lead me to talk about Evolution after this. So then we move on to this match. Now, I was surprised, but I was happy that it happened. Ron, you and I both got this one right, and say yes if it's true. Sami Zayn defeated Karrion Kross. I believe you both picked Sami. Just waiting for a thumbs up. All right. So 3-0 to 2-1. As Kross continued to berate Sami, demanding that he admit that he's a liar, Sami came over and hit a Haruba kick out of nowhere to win. I also felt like in a way that if Sami didn't get this victory, he was not going to be anywhere near that title picture for a while. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at Sami's track record and you look at the situations that he's been through with WWE, just from a record standpoint, you could see the frustration on his face that it wasn't going well for him, and you could see that plain as day. The only way that was going to be avoided is if he won. And in this situation, I'm happy that he did. So that was Sami. But Ron, I believe you and I both got this one wrong. Jacob Fatu is no longer the United States champion because Hakaleo is now being staged as Tongaloa, as 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 Tama's brother. So I believe you and I both got this one wrong, yeah? Because I don't think we picked Solo in this. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay. All right. So that makes me 3-1. Yep, that makes me 3-1, and Ron is 2-2. Solo then nailed the spike on Fatu to become the new United States champion. The Samoan Werewolf got an amazing entrance too. He's got the aura that's got world champion all over him. Maybe at some point this year, perhaps. Not sure. Um, but this one, Ron, we both called, and it was not even close either. Jade Cargill is now the queen of the ring. I believe we both picked that one. I believe we both picked Jade. I mean, there was no way that she was not going to get that push, right? I mean, I could see it. Jade got the push, right? Cool. All right, so 4-1. Ron is 3-2. So, so for Jade, she will now get a title shot at SummerSlam, and I believe it's going to be because I know Jade's on SmackDown, so I believe Jade is going to face Tiffany Stratton if she remains champion after Evolution. Yep. So three. So I'm four. So I'm 4-1. Ron is 3-2. And then this one, Ron, you and I both called, and we both got it right. The main event was the GOAT versus the best in the world, John Cena and CM Punk, for the WWE Championship. Ron, I think you and I both picked John. Thumbs up, thumbs down. So that makes the record for this live event. Ron, you went 4 out of 6. I went 5 out of 6. So I got one back on you. But this match was a very interesting fight. These two put out all the classics, carrying the GTS in to lock in the STF and then the Anaconda device. But Cena went for a super attitude adjustment. Punk avoided it, only for John to overpower and hit another attitude adjustment as he rolled through. 3 GTSs did not finish the job. Seth Rollins did come down to cause a distraction, and he attempted to cash in. But when referee Charles Robinson ran down to the ring, John sideswiped him and Maynard flew almost to the steel steps and confronted Rollins, giving him an AA for his trouble. Penta and Sammy also made their ways down. I'm attacking Breaker and Reed. Um, but when Reed set to hit a tsunami on Cena, Punk shoved Reed off the top rope, allowing Cena to hit an AA on the 335-pound Bronson Reed. Punk had Cena away for a GTS. Rollins hit him with the briefcase, hit a stomp, and then Cena sent him out of the ring, taking advantage to pin Punk. Here's what I am seeing right now. Okay? Here's what I am going to tell you is going to happen right now. Okay? Beyond a doubt. Yep. Yep. Beyond a doubt. Because of what just transpired, I think we're going to see a double turn at SummerSlam. Don't forget, SummerSlam is in a month from now. And it's a 2-night event from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey in the Meadowlands. Saturday the 2nd and Sunday the 3rd of August. John's going to turn back to face. Cody's going to turn heel. How much you want to bet? So Cody's going to face John again. The only question is, could it be a fatal 4-way? I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to be Cody and John, and we're going to see a double turn. You guys remember Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret the Hitman Hart, WrestleMania 13 in '97, the submission match, and it was a double foot. I think it's going to be that one. I really do. Obviously, a lot of time before that happens, of course. And then moving on to Evolution. Here's an update I got for you about that. Io Sky is going to defend the women's world title against Rhea Ripley. Io has made it official that in her contract she can pick anyone that she chooses to defend it, and Rhea's going to get a rematch. And then there's also going to be a battle royal where the winner is going to receive a women's championship match at Clash in Paris. Yes, I'll say it again. Clash in Paris. And if I look at my calendar, I believe Clash in Paris is the 31st. Yep, Sunday, August 31st, Clash in Paris. So that's when the women's world. So that means whoever wins that battle royal is going to get a women's title shot. Yeah, no, Clash in Paris is a done name. I agree. And then Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez is going to defend the women's tag team titles in a fatal four-way match. A team from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT to be determined. JC Jane is going to defend her NXT Women's title against Jordan Grace. That's going to be a very interesting fight between those two as that rivalry heats up. So as we get closer from next week's broadcast, we'll go over Evolution and Saturday's been event, and we'll go over both those cards. And Ron and I will have our predictions ready for those. And then tickets are actually on sale now for the Takeover in Perth. October 10th, 11th, and 13th for SmackDown, Crown Jewel, and Raw. They will be going. The 3-day combo tickets are now on sale. And as you imagine, John will also be there for his final time in Australia. So that is the update there. And then Survivor Series at Petco Park in San Diego, home of the MLB Padres. They're actually going on sale next Friday, the 11th of July. And that event is on Saturday, November 29th. So keep that in the back of your mind, guys, that clock is ticking, and it's coming. I also want to take an opportunity to now give you guys just a quick little thank you as we're going to wrap up this show. My 100th broadcast of this program. So, when I began my journey with RIB just a little bit over 2 years ago, Ron and I, we had the idea. Well, no, sorry. Well, my dad and I had the idea. And then there was supposed to be the four of us. So there was a four-way team. There was a fatal four-way for us. And then somehow the four turned into three. The three turned into two. And then the two just turned into just me. And it's been off and on these last 2 years, trying to get people to come on, people to stay on. And it has not been easy. It's been challenging. But through the problems we had on Facebook, the problems that we had through some other platforms as well, we are still here. And my 100th broadcast is now going to be in the books in just about a minute or so. I just want to take this opportunity to thank all of you so much for not only the opportunity I've been given, but the chance that I have received. And I hope you guys know how much that this means to me. Because the biggest thing that I've gone through, the biggest thing that I have been through, is just, making sure that I am happy to do it, making sure that I'm ready to go when I do it, and giving everything that I have to all of you to ensure you guys get the best quality that you possibly can. And I can also be the first to tell you that obviously it has not been easy. I mean, obviously, there's been some times where, it was tough, it was hard, but I think through all of that, what I can proudly tell all of you is, things have been striving, and, Ron and I, we are working out some things right now to keep on getting this ready, and we are definitely, I'm excited for the future that we have with these new platforms. Um, our new ones like, um, like a Rumble, U42, Odyssey, Space Hay, And then we're also happy about Red Circle, Spotify, and TuneIn. Those are our big platforms where you guys can actually help download this show and help share it out. But please give a like, please do subscribe for us, and please give us a share because it's going to be it's going to be a very interesting ride. But with all of you here, it's going to make it easier. So with all that being said, here's to the next 100 episodes of this program, and I will see you next week to recap and preview Evolution Saturday night's main event as we get ready for the road to SummerSlam. And guys, I will see you next week on behalf of Ron and the creator of RIB, Erik Dunn, saying so long and get ready for 101. This has been a presentation of False Code Anywhere on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. We'll talk to you guys then. Thank you for watching and for listening.